To throw, Morris, and unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to out the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Darvin Kinsey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one fine. The end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be... Well, that's 3 picks. He's... now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So a big loss there. 14 yards to be exact. And it'll be 4th down. Operating from the gun, Morris. And it's in. Complete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, the spin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Now a give, right side. McClellan. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Here's a toss coming right. And he is not going to get to the goal line. The defense keeps him out of the end zone, and as a result, that's going to keep this game tied. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get your... regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
111 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
It's a big one now. It's a big one. Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. McClellan. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 3rd and 1, here's Young. Escaping the pressure right. Young into the slide, and he's quick hitter here. It's complete. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and run for it. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. To throw, Young. And that's caught at the 2. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Morris now on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there just before halftime.
Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Man open is Robinson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. This is caught. Touchdown. Rashard Higgins. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. They'll look to throw again. It's complete, and he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Races down the right side. He will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Here's Morris. A final shot before break. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on?
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And they can't. Out of the locker trailing, not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Morris looking to throw on second down. Open space inside the 10. And so close, he gets it to the run. Out of bounds right there.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape.
And he's caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught at the 5. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake. There, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. That throw by Young incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. So we'll see what Young and his guys can do here as they walk up for the two-point try. Young to throw it. That's caught. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 116 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Second and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And to give this time to the tailback. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He was doing everything he could get the 6 points, a little bit short, but still an excellent run.
And look at it from the defense's point of view. They could have given up on that play. They did not, and still were able to corral him. And they've got some work to do in this down coming up, but at least they're being competitive and trying to stay with it.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Darvin Kinsey taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good.
extends their lead by 2 more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
But these guys are going to chomp into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 12, Young. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Snags it for the pick.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people...
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So they throw the picks, get in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big-time play there for the Falcons. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. They juked him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Young to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. And that almost makes it a brand new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play. Because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here come the Lions now. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Back to throw. Morris. Flush to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play. Play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
First down, Young. Flushed out right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. McClellan. And he spins past him and into space. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 2nd and 7. Young. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Throwing, Young. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his...
One of the best team games that's out there. For right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
And got his man complete.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Detroit. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Looking to throw. Morris. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down. From the gun, Morris. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bowers. And he's going to be out of bounds.
A few yards shy of the line to gain, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield.
You don't want nothing, get good.
Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 59 yards. And the Falcons have broken our tie. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket. Times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Now Morris on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Detroit.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.